I think it is recording, yes. Yes. Then let me share the screen. Do you see the screen? Okay. The questions should be there, yes. We have certain questions. I hope our time will be enough for solving these questions. Let's start. Let me open the first one. Excel. You have some group mates waiting in the lobby. Let me admit it. Okay. So okay. The first question. Guys, please turn off your microphone. I hear my voice from your device. The first question says you have won $1,700 from a lottery ticket. You decided to invest it for 5 years. Given that the interest rate is 6%, what's the future value of your investment? Guys, do you see the questions? Okay, great. So the question is asking for the future value of the lottery ticket, the money you won from lottery ticket. Let's go to Excel. Okay. Question 1. We have present value $1,700. Let's make it dollar. Interest rate 6%, years 5 years, and this is very easy question. It is the beginning. We have here, in order to find future value, we have here function wizard in Excel. Click on it. You will see the functions. You will the PV. If it doesn't appear on your formula builder, just write it here, future value, PV, and click on it. You see rate. You click on the rate because the function should know what is the rate of your investment. Number of periods, ampere, is 5 years. We don't have PMT, we ignore it. and present value. It gives us 2,274, but it gives us with negative sign. Guys, this is not actually a negative number. It shows it is cash outflow, because Excel recognizes PV or FV, one of them as cash inflow, one of them cash outflow. So in our example, we can better take this one minus sign, because this is our investment. We won lottery ticket with the amount of 1,700. So we invested it, and we invested from our savings. Therefore, it should be cash outflow, and future value will be positive, will be in positive sign, or doesn't matter. Mənfini burada saxlayın, müsbət burada olsun. Müsbət burada olsun, mənfi burada olsun. It doesn't matter. But if you write both PV and FV, future value and present value, with positive sign, Excel will give you an error. We will see it in our upcoming lessons. So it is question 1. Let's go to question 2. Do you have any questions? Shachiba, is it still a problem with my microphone? I think you guys are hearing me. Yes, Phoebe, we get as an inflow. You're right. Chamran, can you please show again how did you build formula? Yes, Achif. You see here, let me delete it. Type function wizard icon here, FX, and choose Phoebe. It shows you rate, inputs, given inputs, rate, number of periods, payment, present value, and this is, you can ignore it. You have rate 6%. Click on 6%. You can have number of periods, 5 years. We don't have any PMT because this is not annuity cash flows. And present value. So it gives you future value. It, as again I say, this minus sign, it is not a negative number. It shows cash outflow. Or you can give minus sign here. Future value will be positive. And you can change interest rate from here. Number of periods here. The future value will be calculated automatically. In our case, it was 6% and 5 years. I hope it's clear. Farooq says, I got positive number without making how did you do it? Because Excel, if I'm not mistaken, should work on the basis of cash inflows and outflows. Maybe you calculated like that. For example, you put equal present value multiplied by 1 plus 6% to the power of 5. It will give you the positive. You can do it by a manual formula or Excel formula. It doesn't matter. Yes. If you are getting numbers in brackets, bracket means negative number, because in accounting standards, negative numbers are shown in the bracket. Do brackets show negatively? Yes, Safar. I don't know if you covered in financial accounting class, accounting standards in accounting statements, find negative numbers are shown in mostly in brackets. Okay, great. We can continue, I think. Order. Okay. Question 2. A father has 2 children. He is planning to send them to study abroad after 3 years. Total fee he is planning to spend per child is 4250 AZN. He can invest money at Bank BTB with a quoted interest rate 12.5%. How much should he invest now? Quoted interest rate means annual interest rate or nominal interest rate. If you encounter with such words, don't panic. It shows you annual percentage. How much should he invest now? So we are coming to Excel. We have fee per child. And it is 4250 AZN. And we are supposed to find firstly for both. You just multiply by this amount of money by 2. 8500 AZN. So it should be our future value. So our future value is this amount of money, interest rate 12.5%, number of periods years 3 years, and we are calculating present value. We are going to formal builder function wizard, select present value, rate 12.5, number of periods 3, we don't have any PMT, future value 8500. It will give us 5,969 AZN. So in order to be able to pay your fees in the future, you should invest 5,900 and something else now. Any questions, guys? Is it clear up to now? Clear. Yes, Shachiba, let me use it. Formula text. It's formula, by the way. Good point, Shakiba. Appreciate it. Let me drag it down here. Okay. I see you don't have any questions. It's clear. You are welcome, Shakiba. We can continue. Here's question 3. Shahmar has got 4 GPA in previous semester. I just pick up one of your group mates' names. 4 GPA in previous semester, so he didn't pay tuition fee to ADA with an amount of 2,875 AZN. Guys, by the way, is it your amount tuition fee should be less than us? Yes. Because you are paying as a whole 3,250 354 student fee and the rest for tuition fee. I hope it should be like that. Anyways, instead he can invest his money in hand. So Shahmar didn't pay tuition fee because he got 4 GPA and he has this amount of money in his hand. Shahmar decides to convert his money from AZN to USD and invest in deposit at Goldman Sachs. A bank in USA. Goldman Sachs is very popular and well-known bank in USA. Given that Shahmar wants to withdraw $2,200 after 2 years when he graduates from AD8, what minimum deposit rate he will be looking for? So Shahmar has 2,875 AZN in his hand, and he will invest in Goldman Sachs Bank. Of course, if we convert AZN to USD, it will be less amount because USD is more valuable than AZN. And Shahmar wants to withdraw $2,200 after 2 years. So in order to be able to withdraw $2,200 after 2 years, what minimum deposit rate in which Shahmar should invest? So let's calculate. We have amount in AZN. It is like, it should be like that, yes. USD AZN rate, exchange rate, I have given here 1.7025. So in order to find amount in USD, we just divide the amount by exchange rate. Let me change to dollars. Yes. So our present value is this amount because Shahmar, after conversion process, will invest this money in Goldman Sachs. So we have present value. In order to withdraw money, withdraw means taking money from your bank account. Withdraw money, $2,200. So our future value should be $22,000 on a dollar edge. Years, we have 2 years. So we have to find rate. We are coming here, typing on rate. We have 2. We don't have PMT. We have present value. We have future value, and it gives me error. Yes, it gives us error because, as I said, Excel recognizes one of them as cash outflow, cash inflow. Therefore, if Shahmar invests this money, it is cash outflow, and future value in future Shahmar will withdraw this money. It will be cash inflow. Therefore, let's make it negative sign. So the rate is 14%. Let me increase the decimals. Exactly 14.14%. I hope it's clear. Any questions up to now? Good, Shahmar. Okay, very good. So this is clear, and bunun da formulasını vereyim. That's it. Let's switch to question 4. Question 4 says, you will be receiving 6,400 lump sum in 5 years. If the discount rate is 8%, what is the present value of lump sum? Considering lump sum discounting annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and 7 monthly. I like a lot this part because it is a little bit challenging, but if you have already got the logic behind it, it would be easy for you. So we have to find present value of lump sum based on annually, for semi-annual discounting, quarter, month, weekday, and 7 monthly. Lump sum, it is not extraordinary thing. It is just net amount of money, lump sum. You will receive 6,400 lump sum in 5 years. So we have future value. This amount of money. We have discount rate. 8%. Let me close it. We have periods. 5 periods. And our frequency, let's start with annual. So our present value should be rate. We choose rate, number of periods, 5 period, ignore PMT, and future value is 6,400. So this is our present value for annual discounting. And let's make it for others as well. For semi-annual. Okay. For semi-annual, for quarterly, I'm just copying it. Quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and 7 monthly. So semi-annual, quarterly, monthly, weekly, so daily, and 7 monthly. 7 monthly means the security in the investment compounds by every 7 months. So let's start with semi-annual part. If this is semi-annual and if they are annual, so in order to find the rate, semi-annual rate, we just divide 8% by 2. And as well as we are multiplying number of periods, increasing number of periods. You see it changed. It decreased also. In quarterly, let's divide by 4 and multiply 5 by 4. Because we are multiplying periods, dividing rates. It changed, you see, as you see, and decreased also. It will go decrease by decrease. Monthly. We have 8% divided by 12 because we have 12 months in a year. I increase decimals and 5 periods. Let's choose from here. 5 periods, 16 periods. So in weekly, we are dividing 8% by 52 because we have 52 weeks in a year. And as well as, and let me increase decimal, as well as 52. is also again decreased. And daily we have uh, 365 gün var ayda. And also let's multiply it by 365. You see it decreased again. It is going to decrease because you are increasing periods, compounding periods. And we have 7 monthly. Guys, how many 7 months in how many 7 months period actually in 1 year? For example, we have 2 semi-annuals in 1 year. How we find it? We just divide for 12 by 6 because we have 6 months in a year. How many quarters in a year? 4 quarters because we have 14 months divided by 3. Yes, because in 1 quarter there are 3 months. And it is also true for 7 months period, 1.71, and it continues to endless. Let me write it. Period 7 months. Okay. We have this amount of period. So we are discounting 8% by dividing this period. And increasing our periods by multiplying this one. Actually, you can see it's increased. It is not increasing because there is 7 months period. It should be like, it should be not as same as semi-annual, but very close number. 4323 buradadır, 4329 buradadır. Hətta bundan da yuxarı dəyər. Elə ki, 7 months bu ikisinin arasında yerləşməlidir. Çünki annualda 12 ay var, semi-annualda 6 ay var. 7 ay bu ikisinin arasında yerləşməlidir. Any questions up to now? So discount rate will be 4% and number of years 10. Number of years 10. For the second case, let me see the second case. Yes, you are right. 4% and 10 periods. Can we approximate periods to 9 in the last one? Yes. If you want, we can write it 9. On 2 bölünsün 9. So we did it. It is just changing inputs, nothing else. Same calculations will apply with 15 months, right? Yes, 15 months. Let's do it 15. The same will apply to in all cases. So if you don't have any questions, let's don't lose the time. Continue with 5th question. Farda has 2 options. First option is receiving fixed annual $30,000 over 15 years. And second option is receiving lump sum today. payments are made at year beginning. So the question says you payments are made at year beginning. It means we will continue with annuity due, because the payments are not made at year end. It's year beginning, it is annuity due. If the discount rate is 10%, which option should Farida go by? So let's calculate fifth question 5. We have rate 10%. We have years. We have annuity. We have lump sum. Annuity means the first option. Lump sum is second option. And present value of annuity and present value of lump sum. Okay. We have how many years we have? 15 years. 0, 1, and let me drag it down to 15 years. So if the payments are made at year beginning, we should start from year 0. If it would be a year end, we would start in year 1. Guys, this is timeline, by the way, and this is illustrated version of timeline. Describe it in your mind as a timeline. So we have 13,000 here, paid here. It should be dollar sign, and it will continue paying till year 14, because year 14 is beginning period of beginning of 15th period. So we don't have any payments here. Just write 0, and we have in the second option lump sum. We are receiving lump sum today and no payments in all the years. So let's calculate the present value of annuity payments. For this, divide 30,000 by 1 plus interest rate. I am fixate the interest rate because when I drag down the formula to down, Excel should refer to my rate, 10%. To the power of 0. First payment, which is made at year 0, it means the present value is also 0 because you are receiving now. The present value should equal to itself. Let's drag it down here. So it is going to decrease. It decreased because the years increased, time increased. The present value of lump sum is also the same, equal to rate to the power of 0. So we found present value of lump sum, and let's look at the present value of annuity in order to consider which option Farida should go by. Let me write here total present value Let's make them bold also. We have a great formula, automatic summation. So the present value is, total present value is 251,000, and lump sum, present value of lump sum is this amount. So lump sum is greater than annuity. As a result, Farida should go by lump sum, receiving lump sum today, because the annuity gives less value, present value. Also, we can do it like that for a present value calculation. In order not to calculate one by one each, we have here NPV formula, net present value. Net present value, it wants firstly rate. Let's not rate, and values. Select all the cash flows. Why it gives the same result? Excel took as ordinary annuities, so therefore we should multiply by 1 plus, so the same amount of money. Because Excel, also financial calculator, recognizes ordinary annuities. So when you are supposed to find annuity due in both future value and present value, you simply require to multiply by interest. Actually, NPV, net present value, is another thing. I don't know why Excel calls it NPV. NPV is considering also the cost of investment. You don't cover net present value in Principles of Finance course, but remind me at the end, I will show you what is NPV, how NPV works. But this is just function of Excel. I show you, you can calculate one by one and took summation of at the end, or using NPV formula and multiplied by rate. Formula text. Okay, great. Any other questions? Same calculations, and we can use NPV when our payments are not equal. Yes. Are not equal, yes, because it doesn't matter actually. I used NPV here for equal payments. I will tell you what is NPV. Guys, don't worry, at the end of the session. Any questions up to now? I see there is no question. So we can calculate. Continue. Sixth question. I chose some of your names as an example. Safar is working at Pasha Bank with 3,500 AZN salary per month. He is planning to spend 1,000 AZN monthly and save the rest. So Safar will invest on 1 January 2022 what he collected till 31 December 2021. He will continue with this tradition till 2030. How much money will he have at the end of 2030 with 5% rate, interest rate? And I give you a small hint here. End of the current year is considered as beginning of next year. For example, it means end of 2022 means beginning of 2023. Or 31 December 2021 is the year end. 1 January 2022 is year beginning, and the values should be there, should be the same here. So Safaragha will invest on 1 January 2022. Guys, I didn't give you directly by writing all the payments are made at year beginning. You should get it. You should understand it from the question, from the wording. I say Safaragha will invest on 1 January 2022. 1 January 2022 is year beginning. So is it if the payment is made at year beginning, the beginning of the year, so it should be a need to do. We will also go through in this example with a need to do. Pay attention because it is not likely, but relatively challenging one. Question 6. Buradan verilenlere baxıram. We have salary 3500 AZN. So Safaragha is planning to spend 1000 AZN. Spending 1000 AZN. So how much money is left in his hand per month? Just this one multiply, exclude 1000 from salary. So saving is 2500. The investment, yearly investment amount should be this amount of money. And we have rate. Rate, how much rate we have? 5%. Let's draw our timeline firstly. Hardan buradan edeyim. Years, PMT, and future value. We have year 2021, year 2023. Let me drag it down here. Okay, it is year 0, it is year 1, and this is 9. We have payments, this amount of money. Let me drag it down. Equal payments at year beginning, $2,000. AZN. It should be AZN, yes. And future value of this money. Future value says multiplied by one plus rate to the power of 9 minus 0. Let me fixate it, and this will be the same. Oh, guys, actually, we don't have payments in year 9. Beni belə elədi ki, bunu da fixate eləməliymişəm. Okay. So total we have total here. Summation is this amount of money we found by calculating each by each and taking sum. But we can also calculate with other methods. For example, this is NUTD, right? What is NUTD formula? Saving multiplied by 1 plus 50% over yes minus 1 divided by rate and closing the end bracket multiplied by 1 plus 5%. I wrote here the present value of annuities formula. Not present value, I'm sorry, future value of annuities. Formulanı yazdım bura. Sadece o formula ordinary annuity üçündür. Annuity düyünü tapmaq üçün 5% onu multiply vururuq. The same result. It's clear, I think. We have also one additional formula by using function wizard. So we have future value here, we have rate, we have number of periods. Number of periods is minus this one. Guys, I am subtracting 9 minus 0 because this is year in the year numbers, but they are not periods. In order to find period, I subtract generally because consider it as a timeline. We have 9 periods. In year 2022, we have 8 periods. For example, in here 8, we will have, you see here 8, we will have 7 periods. It will be compounded by 7 periods, and etc. 9 periods here. We have PMT. Let's put minus sign here because future value'nu mənfi verməsin bizə. And we don't have PMT. Done. Başqa rəqəm verdi. Çünki bu ən ordinary annuity-nindir. Bunu da again yenə vururuq interest-ə. Eyni şeyi verdi. Deməli, bunun formulasını yazım. Aydın olsun sizə. What I have done here. Formula text. Here. And formula text here. Any questions? Why it is decreasing? Javidan says, well, because when we approach to the last year, we have less compounding periods. Therefore, the investment 2500 az compound olacaq. Bir var, year 0-dan durub compound eləyəsən year 9-a, nə qədər gör period olacaq, compound olacaq. Ona görə onun future value'su daha çox olur. Nəinki year 8-də. Çünki bir period compound gedir, ona görə çox az olur. Eləcə də digərlərində azala-azala gedir. Can you explain again why it is annuity due? Nuray says, could you send us? Yes, I will definitely send the Excel file to you and the questions. So Farukh, in the question, I said here, Safaragha will invest on 1 January 22. 1 January 22 is the beginning day of year 22, yes? So you have to find from this sentence. This is söz oyunu da elə bir. Yəni sizlə oyun oynayır, məntiqlə fikirləşməlisiniz ki, 1 yanvarda bu invest edəcəksə, deməli year beginning investdə, year end deyil ki. Aydındır. Səfərağa illik pulunu yığır, 31 dekabrında maaşını götürür, paymentini, daha doğrusu spendingini çıxır. Yəni bütün illik maaşını götürür. 2022 yanvarın 1-də investisiya edir, yatırır. Deməli, year beginning investment olur. Year beginning payments olur. Yəni, bunu mən sizə niyə görə belə vermişəm? Zaten müəllim quizdə olmasa da midtermdə definitely belə bir suallar sala bilər çaşdırmaq üçün. Yəni, çaşdırmaq üçün yox, directly yazmayacaq ki, məsələn, all the payments are made at year end, year beginning. Məsələn, burada vermişəm, müxtəlif cürəsini vermişəm burada. Payments are made at year beginning. Directly yazılıb. Amma burada directly verməmişəm. Sözlə vermişəm ki, cümlədən özünüz tutasınız. 1 yanvar 2022 bu year beginning deməkdir, məntiqlə. Və periodların sayını da verməmişəm. Məsələn, burada verirəm 15 il. Amma burada 15 il verməmişəm. İllərlə vermişəm. Filan ilə qədər bu traditiondan gedəcək. Yəni, Səfərağa axırıncı investisiyasını 2030-un yanvarın 1-də edəcək. So, 2030-un axırında, at the end of 2030-un axırında o nə qədər pul olacaq? It means 2031-in beginningində o nə qədər pul olacaq deməkdir. Because end of current year is considered as beginning of the next year. It is not the end of this year. It is not. Is it not the end of this year? What is it? What do you mean exactly, Farruh? Ordinary annuity olanda necə olur cümlə? Ordinary annuity olanda year end olur. Yəni, çünki ordinary annuity-də siz timeline-ı çəkdiniz, sıfırdan başlamırsınız ödənişə. Elə ki, birinci periodun başlanğıcı sıfırdır, axırıncısı 1-də. Sıfırdan başlamırsınız, 1-dən başlayırsınız. At the end-də də eləyə gedirsiniz axıra qədər. Amma annuity olanda sıfırdan başlayırsınız. Burada da, məsələn, baxın, əgər Səfərağa 2022-nin dekabrında yatırsaydı, dekabrın 31-in, yox, not yanvarın 1-i, onda, bəli, belə olacaqdı. Keçirik bura. Sıfırda payment yoxdur, çünki year enddir. Hamısı year end olur. Amma bizdə year end söhbəti yoxdur deyə, ona görə year beginningdən başlayırıq. Year zero'dan. Elə bil ki, bu timeline. Timeline'e bənzəyir. I hope, Tural, it is clear. Başa düşdündə, yəni year end olanda ya sənə exactly deyə bilər, payments are made at year end, ya da belə verə bilər, illərlə verə bilər, günlərlə verə bilər. Sən orada özün tutmalısan ki, bu payment nə vaxt olub. Got it, thank you. Telman says here why we wrote PMTS 20 not 30 minutes since the saving is what should write 30,000 Telman. Yes, you are right. Telman, you are right. I am sorry, guys. It's my bad. Telman düz deyir. Telman düz deyir. Mən çaşmışam. Saving aylıqdır. Düzdür. Onda burada bir dəqiqə. Düz deyirsən, Telman, good point. Çaşdım mən. 2500 vuracağıq. 12'ye. 30.000. Yes, you are right, Telman. İndi dəyişdi, düz oldu. Thank you, Telman. Unutmuşdum, elə bildim 2500'dür. Yadımdan çıxıb ki, 2500 aylıq imiş. Yes, each month he saves 2500. Aylıq saxlayır. Axırıncı ildə bəli, hamısını cəmləyir. Düzdür. Elə bildim, qarışdırdım, fikrim qarışdı. Amma yenə də yəni lap 2500, 30.000 olmasın, 2500 olsun, temanın bildiyinizdə necədir? Əsas burada ən üstlərə düzgün baxmaqdır, fikirləşməkdir. Bu niyə dəyişmədi? Bu bunu götürüb, bunu sizə göndərəndə dəyişirəm. Any questions up to now? Bir də zəhmət olmasa sizə elə bilərsiniz, timeline-dakı ilk və son ili necə müəyyən etdik? Yəni, end of 2030 dediyi üçün 2031-i əlavə etdik, son il kimi, ya necə? Because, Nərmin, as I said here, end of current year is considered as beginning of next year. So the question is asking you how much money will he have at the end of 2030. So it means end of 2030 is beginning of 2031. Generally, we have to find the total amount of money we will have in the beginning of 2031. Therefore, I gave here also 2031. You should give it here. Is it clear, Nərmin? Buyur. Başqa sual yoxdursa davam edə bilərik. Thank you, Səfər ağa. Onu ayıraq. Neçənci sualda? Question 7. Question 7 says the security pays you semi-annually $5,000 per each. With given semi-annual interest rate 6%, calculate PV and FV of the security over 8 years and interpret how much yearly change is incurred. Hint, find the discount rate, because yearly change, what indicates yearly change? Discount rate. You have to find how much does the present value is compounding with rate. So we have semi-annually payments, PMT 5,000. It should be dollar, yes. Semi-annual rate. Let me write semi-int rate 6%. Guys, bura bir diqqət yetirin. Ops. Bəzən birbaşa semi-annual verə bilər. İndiyə qədər işlədiklərimizdə hamısında annual rate, nominal interest rate idi. Bəzən semi-annualın rate'in özü verə bilər. Bu case'də artıq 2'ye bölməyə ehtiyac yoxdur. Yəni altını heç nəyə bölməyəsiniz. Çünki altın özü semi-annual rate'dir. So it means annual rate is 12%, but we don't need it. 6% semi-annual özü verib. Belə məqamlardan diqqətli olun, çalışın sualları düz oxuyun. Yəni əsas məsələ finance-da bir timeline-i düz qurmaqdır ki, wording-də. Wording çox rol oynayır. 6% verib, sonra bizdə nə var? Over 8 years. Number of periods. 8 years. So, per annum and per semi-annum You just multiply this by 2. 16 period var. So in order to find present value, go to here, type rate, semi-annual rate, number of periods. If you have to take semi-annual, you don't have to do anything with annual number of periods. We have PMT. Let's make it minus sign because bunu outfall için verək ki, Excel müsbət versin bizə. Bunu dollar eləyim. Və eləcə də future value of this payments. Rate, again, number of periods, 16. Payment minus 5,000. Bunu da çevirək dollara. Və budur. 50.000 present value'dur, 128.000 future value'dur. And the question is asking and interpret how much yearly change is incurred and find discount rate. It is asking for discount rate. So we have present value, we have future value, we have yearly change, yearly periods. I mean 8 periods. So let's type rate here. Number of periods. We don't have PMT. Present value, bunu minus qoyuram ki, future value-nu da müsbət götürüm. I know, I believe you know why I'm doing like that. 12'dan %36%. So yearly change 12'dan %36%. Bunu da formula text eləyək. Oops, formula text. Bunu da formula text eləyək. Okay. 12'dan %36 discount rate'dir. Yəni yearly change. Yearly change olduğuna görə number of period'u biz semi-annual yox, annual period, yəni sayın götürdük 8 years. Is it clear? Any questions? Clear. What was the difference between discount rate and interest rate? Discount rate və interest rate arasında böyük bir belə deyim, fərq yoxdur. Interest deyə bilərsiniz, discount da deyə bilərsiniz. Amma discount belə deyim, bu compounding bir də discounting periodlarda istifadə olunan rate adətən discount deyirlər. Bank məsələn əməliyyatlarında və yaxud da siz present value, future value, annuity hesablayırsınız. Burada məsələn interest rate daha çox deyirlər də. Eyni şeydir. Hamısı eyni şeydir. Nə deyirsən deyə bilərsən. Prosto hərəsinin belə deyim öz yeri var. Daha belə deyilsə daha düzgün olar. Compounding, discounting əməliyyatlarında həmişə discount rate götürülür. Qalan əməliyyatlarda interest rate. Bond calculation'da siz hələ yield to maturity keçəsiniz. Bondlarda da rate, yield to maturity. Bondun 2 dənə rate olub. Biri coupon rate, onun payment'i, yearly payment. Bir də yield to maturity, which means discount rate or interest rate. Orada da yield to maturity adlanır. Amma mahiyyət etibarilə eyni şeydir. I hope it's clear, Tural. Vaxt itirmədən question 8-ə davam edək. You went to the bank and took $25,000 loan amount. bank's quoted interest rate, quoted means annual, nominal, is 26.5%, and you are required to pay monthly. Generally, yani banka siz monthly payment, aylıq kreditler ödüyorsunuz da. If the maturity is of loan is 2 years, calculate the monthly payments and amortize the loan. This is from loan amortization. So let's calculate. Inputlarımda ne var? Deməli, present value var. $25,000'dır. Interest rate. Bax, məsələn, Tural, bura bax, biz interest rate deyirik buna. Çünki discount deməyin mənası yoxdur. Bu, kredit ödənişlərinə aid. Yəni, bu annuitet formasında olan ödənişlərdir. Yəni, davamlı olaraq ödənişlərdir. Burada discounting, compounding söhbəti getmir. Ona görə interest rate deməyimiz daha düzgün məqsədə uyğundur. 26,5%. We have periods. Two periods. Bunlar yerlidir. Amma biz monthly ödəyirik deyə, ona görə adjust eləməyik hərəsini öz monthsına. Interest rate is this one divided by 12 and periods. Bunu cəmb edeyim. Ulduz qoyum and periods. Ulduz. This one multiplied by 424. So we have per month 24, not per month, monthly 24 periods and 2.21% per month. Let's calculate our PMT. We have rate, we have number of periods, we have present value, bu dollarlandı. PMT'ləri tapdıq. $1353 PMT'miz var. Yenə minus verir. Niyə görə? Çünki bu cash outflow'dur, ödəyirsən. PMT'ləri tapdıq, monthly payments. Aylıq 1353 ödəyəsən sən banka. İndi amortize the loan. We have months here. Beginning balance. Begin balance. We have PMT. So we have interest payments. We have principal. And we have end balance. Months, we have 24 months. 1, 2, and let me drag it down. 24. Where is 24? Okay. 24. Beginning balance is this amount of money because beginning balance is the money you took from the bank, loan amount, $25,000. And you have PMT. Let me put minus sign because bize minus lazım olmayacaq. Müsbətlə işləyək. PMT'lərdə problemimiz yoxdur. Yəni onlar sadəcə aylıq olaraq ödəniləcəklər. Drag down eləyim. 24 ay boyunca biz 1353.18 ödəyəcəyik. We have interest payment. Guys, payment overall is consisted of two components. One is interest payment. And the second one is principal payment. So interest payment, you are finding just multiplying beginning balance or the money you took from the bank by interest, monthly interest. And in order to find principal, just subtract from this and this. It will give you I'm sorry, please. Okay. End balansı da tapmaq üçün beginning balansdan principal çıxacaq. Qalır bu. Düzdürmü? Və birinci ayın ending balansı, what we have left with in month 1, it is beginning balance for month 2. So this is our beginning balance. Let me drag down to year 24. Interest also. Ops, buradan yenə nəsə. Bunu fixate edeyim. Okay. Amortization cədvəlini qurduq. Baxın guys, banklar belə işləyir. Yəni bankın iş mexanizmini göstərim sizə. Sizin interestiniz necə dəyişir? We found PMT, interest, principal, and ending balance. You see, ending balance here is equal as principal payment. So we have 0 at the end of 2 years or 24 months. Let's calculate totals. Totals we have PMT totals. We have total PMT 32.476 dollar biz banka pul ödəməliyik. Bunun yəni 32.000-in bu qədəri interesti, qalanı isə özü avtomatik tapdı 25.000, yəni bunların cəmidir. Or bunu divide spunda summation eləyim. Hamısı principal amountların cəmi gəlir axır olur beginning balansa bərabər. Interest amountun cəmi 7.476 və PMT-in də beginning balansı, daha doğrusu PMT-in də cəmi 32.476 olur. Və uşaqlar, sizə bir şey də deyim. Baxın, indi bankdan nə qədər pul götürmüşsünüz? 25.000, düz deyil. Future values nə qədərdir? Yəni banka qaytaracağınız pul bu qədər. Neçə illikdir? Years yazaq da burada 2 illikdə 24 aylıq 2 illik. Rate tapanda bu question'da verməmişəm, amma just explain edirəm. Present value, we have this amount money. Future value, let's put minus sign here. And years, 2 years. 13.98%. Guys, mən bunu sizə göstərməkdən məqsədim odur ki, siz banka gedirsiniz, pul götürürsünüz. Neçə faizlə? İllik sizə bank quoted interest 26.5% verir. Amma sizin actualda itirdiyiniz pul 13.98-dir. Bu qədər faizlə siz pul itirirsiniz əslində. İllik bu qədərdir. Və deyə bilərsiniz, niyə görə onda bank bizə yalandan deyir, 26. Yalandan demir. Bankın sadəcə dediyi interest rate bu PMT-lərə özəldir. Yəni PMT-ləri biz bundan tapırıq. Burada monthly payment-dən söhbət gedir. Amma burada monthly payment-dən söhbət getmir. Görürsünüz, year 2 götürmüşük. Yəni ümumi yerli change-i baxırıq. Həqiqətən də bu yerli 13.98% dəyişir. Interest rate 26.5 ilə itirmirsiniz pul əslində. Bu pulla itirirsiniz. Sizə bir şey də göstərim. Mən bankda işləyəndə bir cədvəl qurmuşdum. Hardadır o? Kredit hesablanması cədvəli. Burada. Bunlar sizlik deyil. Kreditin məbləği bizdə nə qədərdir? 25.000. 25.000. 26.5% budur. Ayların sayı По-моему 24. 24. You see, eyni rezultatı aldıq. Aylıq ödəniş bu qədər, ümumi banka qaytaracağımız məbləğ bu qədər. Düzgünlüyünü yoxlamaq üçün baxdım buradan. Bu da faiz məbləği. Any questions, guys? Why do we divide not 24? Because you are finding, Rüstem, a monthly interest rate. You have annual interest rate. 26.5 annual'dur. Sən onu necə 24'ə bölə bilərsən? Ax, sən annual tapırsan. Sənə annual verib 24, 26.5 annual'dur. Ona görə 26.5 annual'dursa bir aylıq nə qədər olar? Tənasüb qurursan da məntiqlə. Yəni bölürsən onu 12'yə. Any questions, guys? By the way, if you are tired, we can take a break. Dayanmadan oturmayaq. İstəyirsinizsə break götürək. 19 neçə deyim, 30'da burada olun. Ya da 19:35. 19:35'də burada olun. İndi 19:21'dir. Will we be required to use Excel during any of our assessments? It's up to you. If it's take home, you can use Excel. But yəni Excel'i biz calculation üçün istifadə edirik. Ayrıca belə Excel'dən imtahan olmayacaq. Xeyr. So be here at 1975. See you at 1975. Don't leave the session. Please stay here. So guys, let's start. I hope you are here. You're hearing me. If you are here, please bir işaret edin. Yes, böyük amount uşaqlar buradadır. Okay, biz başlaya bilərik. Let me share the screen. Screen. So, bu rate'dən danışdıq. Nəysə, bunu silin, bu bizdən istənilmirdi onsuz. 7-ci sual, 7 idi, bu 8 idi. 8. 8 ilə bitdi, keçirik 9-cu suala. Question 9. Question 9 says the present value of the security is 6,500 AZN, and it compounds annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and 5 monthly. In this case, here 5 months instead of 7 months. Anyways, discount rate is 12%. Using effective annual rate method or effective funds federal funds rate method, they are the same thing. EFF, ERR, EAR in şeylerde. Find the future value of security. Note that the security matures in 4 years. So inputlarımızı yazaq. Deməli, nə var bizdə? Present value var. 6500 AZN-dir. Then we have discount rate. No questions. No questions. Okay. Discount rate 12%. Periods 4%. Frequency annual. And future value. We can find the future value of annual present value, but with effective annual rate. But effective annual rate of annual rate is equal to itself. Özünə bərabərdir. Ona görə yəni nominal rate'in, annual rate'in ER effective annual rate'i özünə bərabər olduğuna görə burada hesablamırıq. Onu tapmırıq. Just future value-nu hesablayırıq. O da yenə eyni qayda ilə type on rate discount rate o faiz olmalıdır. Percentage. Okay. Future value rate 12%. Number of periods 4. We don't have PMT. Present value is 6500. Future value. Bu AZN olmalıdır. Okay. Bu annual üçün deməli nəyi tapdıq? Future value-nu tapdıq annual üçün. İndi həmin şeyləri gəlin həm semi-annual, həm quarter hamısı üçün hesablayaq. Buradan kopyaladım. Discount rate 12%. Burada nəyə görə ara qoyuram? Çünki burada axı ER hesablayacaq. ER or EFF. Effective annual rate. Effective annual rate-i iki cürə hesablaya bilərik. Equal 1 plus əvvəlcə bir dəqiqə periodlarımızı düzəldək. Bu semi-annualdır. So, semi-annualda period sayı olacaq 8. Type equal 1 plus 12% divided by 2 because it's semi-annual to the power of 2 minus 1. We'll close it. 12,36%. Bunu manual belə hesabladıq. Or in Excel, we have also formula for EAR equal type effect choose nominal rate equal MPE number of periods. It means the frequency. If this is semi-annual, it means we have 2 periods in 1 year, periods per year. Type 2, the same result we get. So again, buradan da seçə bilərsiniz və yaxud da buradan da function wizarddan effect yazın. Nominal rate 2. 12,36%. İndi burada deməli biraz small dəyişikliklər edək. Çünki araya biz təzə sel əlavə eləmişdik. Future rate bizdə oldu deməli effective annual rate. Number of periods 8. PMT we don't have. Present value this amount of money. Burada yəni bir nəsə səhvlik oldu. Bax, səhvlik olmuyor. Eyni şey, düzdür. 16,000 present value, future value aldıq. So we all have semi-annual, then quarterly. Type quarterly. In quarterly, we have periods. Annual is 4 periods, 16, and effective annual rate, let's calculate for quarterly, equal effect, nominal rate, this one, comma, number of periods per year. If it is quarter, it means there are 4 periods per year. 4. Type 4. And for the sake of correctness, manually da hesaplayaq. 1 plus interest rate bölünsün 4 üstü 4 to the power of 4 minus 1. The same result. 12,55. Bunlar da rate öz yerində, number of periods öz yerində, present value öz yerində. Guys, deyə bilərsiniz ki, niyə görə semi-annualda heç nəyi dəyişmədik də, nə discount rate azaltdıq, nə periods. Ops, guys, dedim burada mən səhv eləmişəm. Elə özüm deyəndə yadıma düşdü. Sorry for that, it's my bad. Effective annual rate ilə compounding future value or present value'lar hesablamanın bir yaxşısı var ki, heç nəyə discount və yaxud da increase eləmirsən də. Məsələn, adi semi-annualda bunu manually hesablasaydıq, götürəcəkdik 12% rate değil. Bunu 2'ye böləcəkdik. 6%. Period sayını da increase eləyəcəkdik 8-ə. Yəni 2 qat artıracaqdıq. Və sonra yenə eyni qayda ilə future value hesablayacaqdıq. Discount rate bu qədər. Number of period bu qədər. We don't have PMT. We have present value. So you see the same result. Ona görə semi-annual quarter or other periodic periods, frequencies, you don't need actually to discount the rate or divide the rate or multiply the number of periods. Instead, you can find effective annual rate for both frequencies, all the frequencies, semi-annual, quarterly. Və o birlərini də eyni saxlayın. Periodu da dəyişməyin, annualdakı kimi saxlayın. Discount rate də annualdakı kimi qalsın. IRR-la hesablayırsınız deyə sizin cavabınız düz olacaq. Gedirik növbətisinə. Quarter hesabladıq. We have monthly. In the monthly, let's type it again. Equal effect. Nominal rate 12%. Monthly, how many months? 20 months. 12 months. 12'dan %68. Dəyişdi. Burada da eyni şey eləyirik. Sadəcə weekly-dirsə 52 həftəmiz var. Burada weekly yazın. Weekly. Bunu da gəlin doğruluğunu yoxlayaq. Deməli, annual discount 12-dirsə, weekly-yə böləndə 52 olacaq. Sonra number of period 4-dür. 52 həftə var. 208. Period ili göstərir. Və eyni şeyi yenə eləyirik. Future value-ni hesablayırıq. Rate, number of periods and present value. The same thing. Ona görə discount eləmə ehtiyac yoxdur. IR-la hesablayırsan, gedirsən. Hər şeyi də sabit saxlayaraq. Then we have daily. We found weekly and then let's find daily. In the daily, again, 365 yazırsan, daily hesablayır. And we have lastly 5 months period. But in 5 months period, by default, we have to write 12 divided by 5 in order to find the period. Yes, but I don't know why Excel doesn't recognize it. Maybe number of period in Excel's case should be integer number like 2, 3, 4, 5, and etc. So therefore, bunu effektlə eləmirik. Effect function ilə. Adi biz bildiyimiz equal 1 plus 12% to the power of divided by 12 böl 5 to the power of 12 böl 5 minus 1. 12 təmizdə 42%. That's true value of future value for 5 months frequency. Is it clear? Do you have any questions up to here? Can you finish and we will continue next time rest of them? Harda qalmışdıq biz? 9 saatda qalmışıq. 10, 11, 12, 13. Əgər işiniz varsa davam eləyək, çıxa bilərsiniz. Yəni problem deyil. Ya da sən çıx, başqaları ilə davam eləyək. Çünki başqa bir dənə vaxt olacaq. Birinci ilə də ayrı şey, ayrı session ola bilər. Rekord eləyirəm onsuz da sessionu, sessiondan baxa bilərsən. Amma belə ümumiyyətlə kim əksəriyyətin işi varsa, dərsi varsa sonlandıra bilərik, problem deyil. What do you think? Yəni yorulmusunuzsa, dərsiniz varsa, sizin də vaxtınızdan götürmək istəmirəm həqiqətən. Amma bir də 4 dənə sualdan ötürü ayrı nə vaxt görüşəcəyik. Let's continue. Sən çıxa bilərsən, rekord edib linkə ataram, baxarsan linkdən. Hamımızı atacam, oradan baxarsan. Onsuz da yəni əsas şeyləri cover eləmişik. Bunlar da elə belə şeylərdir əslində. Düzdür, burada bir məsələ var idi, amma anyway, rekorddan ona izləyərsən. Okay, I am continuing. So if you don't have any question up to now, I am continuing with ninth. Which question is it? Ninth question. Yes. Question 10. Çox aşağıya getməyək, buradan başlayaq. Question 10. Bank offers you a yearly loan with an amount of 2,000 AZN. You are required to pay over 5 years, considering the interest rate 17%, calculate the payments, and again amortize the loan. And in this case, we are finding yearly payments because loan is yearly. A yearly loan. So we have present value. It is simpler than previous question. In the question we had a monthly payment. Here it is yearly. 2,000 interest rate on the price periods. 5, and let's find payment again equal PMT rate, number of periods, and present value. So PMT-ni tapdıq. Gələk bura years. We have years 1, 2. How many periods? 5 periods, 3, 4, 5. We have beginning balance. It should be equal to 2,000. We have PMT. It is, let's put minus sign here. 625 AZN. It's not AZN actually. Let me change it to dollar sign. This is also dollar. Okay. Axıra qədər bu 5 il ərzində 625 ödəniləcək. Then we have interest, principal, and end balance. Our interest payment is 2,000 AZN dollars multiplied by interest rate. In order to find principal payment, we're subtracting interest from PMT. Let's me fixate it sonra problem olmasın bize. And ending balance. So this end balance of year 1 should be equal to beginning balance of year 2. Bunlar axıra kimi belə drag down. Okay. So this is amortization of loan. We amortized it by 5 years. And in total, let's do summation. Oops. Summation of loans, summation of this amount and this amount. You see, it should be equal to beginning balance, the money you took from the bank. That's it. I hope you don't have any questions about it because we did similar one and more challenging one in previous example. Guys, if you have really a session, exam or assignment, leave the meeting. Yani I am okay with this. Or if you want, we can finish it. Ya da istəyənlər çıxsın, qalanlarla davam eləyək. Siz də recordingdən baxarsınız. Neyse, vaxt itirməyim mən, davam edeyim. Bu question 10'du, question 11'de deməli. Question 11 says you want to buy a house that costs you $152,000. You go to the bank and take mortgage. Mortgage means ipoteka with 3% interest rate and supposed to pay within 15 years. Mortgage payments are made monthly. Mortgage paymentləri də kreditlər kimi aylıq ödənilir. If you made an early down payment of 2,000, calculate the annuity payments and amortize the mortgage. The same scenario. Here we have the home price. 152.000. We have down payment, early PMT. We made early PMT to bank. 2,000, yes. Yes. And what we left with should be our present value minus this, our present value. Interest rate, let me write rate, 3%. This is yearly interest rate and periods 15 years. Bunları biz çevirməliyik. Daha doğrusu adjust eləməliyik monthly, çünki bunlar annualdır. Bizə monthly payment edirik görə monthlylar lazımdır. Rate star, let's divide it by 12. And periods star. Guys, again I say, kimin imtahanı varsa çıxa bilər, narahat olmayın, assignmenti varsa. Mən neylədim? 180. So we found, let's find PMT. Rate, this one, number of periods, this one. Present value, this one, and okay. Here we go. We have periods. We have a lot of periods here because 180 1 2 3 4 5 6 bir dakika bunları sileyim. Bunu biraz keçirim sağa. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 Bu mortgage'dir guys. Mortgage həmişə uzun olur. Yəni 25 illik mortgage'lərdə olur. Mən hətta ən aşağısını possible-ını götürdüm ki, heç olmasa onu da bir experience eləyək. We have begin balance. We have PMT again. We have interest. We have principal and end balance. Beginning balance is this amount of money. PMT minus with minus sign this one. This one. Drag it down. Okay. Coming to interest, equal multiplied by rate. So subtract it from this and this. End balance should be this. And as we say, end balance of period 1 is beginning balance of period 2. Bunları axıra kimi drag down eləyək. Ops, yenə mən burada bunu fixate edeyim. Bu belə, bu da belə. Bu nə getmir? Okay. Getdi 180-a qədər. Minus 3. Əla. Then totals. We have total PMT. This amount of money. Total interest payments and total principals should be our present value. Buna eynən sizə bayaq göstərdiyim kredit hesaplamasında da götürmək olar. Eyni ilə, məsələn, cədvəl hanı burada 150.000 3%dir 180 periyod minus 5.87 manat aylıq ümumi like this one the same and faiz məbləği the interest payment is the same. We amortize the loan. I hope it should be clear because eyni şeylərdən çox işlədik. Do you have any questions up to now? 2 dənə sualımız qaldı. Clear. Clear. Then we can continue. Okay. Question 12. Question 12 says, investor has 1,000 in his hand, and he discounts it over 15 years. Find the present value of this cash with annual 5%, 10%, and 15% discount rate. Check annual and semi-annual discounting and illustrate the effects on present value in diagram. So the question is asking for we have, yes, future value $1,000. So we have annual discounting. Firstly, annually. Let's check annually, then semi-annually. We have here years, interest rates, 5%, 10%, and 15%. Bunlar ortaya getirin. O da interest rates. Good. We have 0. We have 1. How many years? We will have 15 years. Okay, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Okay. So we have 15 periods. We have several these rates, interest rates, 5%, 10%, and 15%. And we have to find the present value of $1,000 for each case. For example, if we are at year 0 and future value is should be in 15 years because we are discounting 15 periods back. So let's take present value. Harda the formula. Okay, for the present value. We have rate here, number of periods. So we are in year 0. We should discount 15 periods back. Therefore, 15 minus 0. We have 15 periods. Let me minus this one. Ne belə eləyirək. Onu da əlimdən yazıram. Dollar sign here. And dollar sign here. N606 yox. Burada deməli bura koyuram. So we don't have PMT, we have future value. Let's take minus mean. So present value is this amount of money. Bunda dəqiqə future value-ni da fixate edeyim. Ops, nə dəyişdi yenə? Interest. Interest'i götürür. Interest'də dəqiqə bura koyum. It should be here. Yes, it should be correct now. Okay. So we have found present value of 1,000 for 5%, for 10%, for 15%, and for over 15 years, over 15 periods. For each period, 15 period, 14 period, 7 periods, 6 period, 1 period, and etc. So at the end of the life, I mean in year 15, it is this equal the same for all interest rates, because we are already in year 5. So year 5, the present value, future value of year 5 at year 15 at year 15 should be equal to the present future value itself, 1000. And the question is asking for check annual and semi-annual discounting and illustrate the effects on PV on diagram. Let's illustrate on diagram. We selected the data, go to recommended chart and select this one. You see it? Let me take this one. Chart title, semi-annual. Not semi-annual, annual PV. Series 1, chart design. Series 1 says 5%, Series 2 is 10%, Series 3 is 15%. Burada dəyişdik. Deməli, guys, we illustrated the effects on PV in diagram. So, görürsünüz ki, başdan başlayanda, year 0'dan başlayanda ən aşağıda duran 15%. Niyə görə? Çünki 15% daha yuxarıdır deyə onu mini diskount eləyəndə çox aşağı düşür. Baxın, məsələn, 15 periodda diskount eləyəndə, yəni year 0'ya, 15-dən year 0'ya diskount eləyirik. 15%-də bu 122 olur. 10%-də 239 olur. 5%-də 481 olur. Burada da görə bilərsiniz, elə bir ki, bu 15%-dəndir, bu 10%-dəndir, bu 5%-dəndir. Hamısı başlayır, axırda bir yerə gəlir, bərqərar olur, bərabər olur. Niyə görə? Çünki axırda hamısı eyni perioddadır. Eyni periodda future value or present value eyni şeydir. Ona görə hamısı gəlir bir nöqtədə bərabər olur. So, ən aşağıda başlayan, daha çox increase eləyən, baxın, 15% olandır. Semi-annualda da eyni ssenari olacaq, guys. Ona elə semi-annualda mən hesablamıram. Yəni, semi-annualda götürəsiz 30 dənə il olacaq və interest rate'lərdə böləsiz yarıya. 2.5 bu olacaq, 5 bu olacaq, 7.5 bu olacaq. 30 dənə də il götürəsiz, yenə eyni select edəsiz, semi-annual PV-ni tapasınız. Ondansa gəlin question sortinə keçək. Sizin də vaxtınızı almayayım. Sonlandıraq sessiyanı. Question sortində deyir ki, bu dəfə də present value var, $1000 və 8 il compound edir. Eyni interestlə, eyni şeydir. İndi də future value üzərində şeyə baxacaq, effektə baxacaq. So, we have future value. Present value $1000. Bunu kopyalayayım bura. Deməli, burada dəyişək. Biz artıq future value-ni hesablayırıq. Rate. This one, rate-də deməli, bura equal sign fixate eləyirik, row-nu fixate eləyirik. Number of periods. This one minus this one, because in year 0, we should compound 15 periods to year 15. 15 period olmalıdır. Bu yeni şey götürür. Əllə qoyayım, dollar sign, burada dollar sign. Burada isə bura qoyum ki, sağa drag eləyəndə dəyişməsin row-nu. Okay. We have PMT No, we don't have PMT. We have present value. Minus'dan götürürəm ki, müsbət versin bizə. Okay, future value. Also, I have to fixate the future value. The problem yaratmasın. Okay. Axırda yenə hamısı gəlir 1000-ə bərabər olur. Çünki 15-ci ildə elə özündə özünün present value'su, elə özünün future value'su da heç bir compounding yoxdur. Çünki son perioddur. So, and let's, as a last step, illustrate on diagram. We come to insert, recommended charts. I chose this design. You see, it is decreasing. In present value, it was increasing. In future value, it is going to decrease because we are decreasing as we approach to a year 6, a year 8, 9, 10. As we approach to the last period, last end of the life, as I say, we have less periods to compound. Therefore, it will increase by less amount. And at the end, it will be 15. It will be 1000. And it should be annual PV, future value, select data, bu olacaq 5%, bu olacaq 10%, bu da olacaq 15% adlandırıram. Burada dəyişdi 5, 10, 15. Gördüyünüz kimi 0-cı periodda yerləşən və 15-ci periyoda compound olunan present value, hansı ki 15%-dir, bu daha çox artacaq. Çünki həm period çoxdur, həm də artım faizi çoxdur. Ona görə bu 8000-dən başlayır. Gedə azalır, 1000-ə bərabər olur. Eyni ilə də 10% aralığa düşür. Hardasa 4000-5000 aralığında, yəni 4177 buradan başlayır. Get-gedə o da azalır. Çünki periodun sayı azalır, compounding periodların sayı azalır. Yenə bərabər olur 1000-ə. 5-dəki həmçinin. Yeah, we illustrated the effects on present value and future value. This is how it works. So we have finished. Any question? Tural Qurbanlı says if it is in his house, shouldn't it PV in the question? Tural, might be belə deyim də sənə. Əslində düz deyirsən, sualı mən just kopyalamışdım. Çünki sözləri dəyişmişəm də sadəcə. Amma sən belə nəzərdə tut da. Tutalım, sən indi əlində 1000 var. İndi neçənci ildir? 2021. 15 period dala get. 2006-ya. Hesabla ki, 2006-dan başlayaraq mən present value-ları hesablamaq istəyirəm. Yəni, onda özü sənin əlindəki pul digər keçmiş illərə nisbətən future value olacaq. Yəni, belə, that's not big deal. Any questions, guys? Okay, guys, then see you. I hope it was beneficial. Yəni, çox sual oldu və hər şeyi elədik. Bir də recordinga baxarsınız. Sizə də uğurlar imtahanınızda. Yes, I will send you all documents, questions, and Excel file. So, see you guys.
May I ask a question?
Yes, you can ask. Yes, you can ask.
So basically, my question is about quiz. As you said, it will be or tomorrow or Wednesday, right?
tomorrow or Thursday, not Wednesday. You don't have a class on Wednesday.
So it will be during the class, right?
Might be, guys. I don't know. Çağatay Müəllim even didn't tell me. But
Because
generally, it should be during the class time or the days that class takes place. So you have classes Tuesday and Thursday, yes? The quiz can't be on Wednesday or Friday or Monday. It should be in one of both days.
Because in syllabus it's mentioned like it's individual and it's take home. So it's like, as I understand, not monitored. It's like questions, we have some time and we have to submit it.
In quiz, in syllabus, I didn't look at your syllabus, but Çağatay Müəllim makes pop-up quizzes. Quiz pop-up. Olabilir syllabusda dəyişməyib ya söz midtermlara aid ola bilər. Yəni hələ midtermlar barədə dəqiq məlumat yoxdur. Quizlərdəki pop-up olacaq dediyi qədər. Take-home olsaydı özü heç olmasa at least bir neçə gün qabaqcadan mail yazacaqdı.
All right. Good evening. Thank you for section.
You are welcome. Let me stop sharing and stop recording.